Hey, welcome back to another episode of Schaefer Shenanigans. A few videos back, you noticed it was springtime. We went down and checked out the cherry blossoms around the monuments in DC. And when springtime comes, lawn maintenance. As you can see, it's starting to look like a hayfield out here in front of Shenanigans Chateau. So let's go ahead and see what we can do about this hayfield. And nothing needs a hayfield like a Deere would, but you can notice we're not ready for this yet. We gotta do some springtime maintenance and we gotta get ready ourselves. All right, let's get to work. Now this hasn't ran since the winter time, so the first thing I wanna do is check the battery, check the oil, we'll maybe grease a few things, and we'll check the air pressure on this thing. And we got about 12.69 volts, so the battery should be good. And oil's not too bad. Let's go ahead and we'll hit this greaser. Get this all greased up. Okay, and let's hit this one. All right. Doesn't take much on these mowers, just 1 or 2 squirts, we're good to go. And we're actually going to use the original service manual. I have a parts catalog, but we're going to use the service manual to see what air pressure John Deere recommends for these front and rear tires on this 100. And right here, you can see tire inflation. With the rotary mower, the front should be at 12 pounds and the rear should be at 6 pounds. Okay, that one's actually good. And looks like that one's actually still good. That's awesome. So you can see that actually those 50% of the tires had wind in them from last year. I looked at replacing these tires. These are the original Goodyear tires on this. But why buy new ones when the originals work just as good? You just got to blow some air into them once in a while. And before we fire it up for the springtime, let's go ahead and put some wax on this good hood here. Show off to the neighbors a little bit that this old Deere still runs well. Awesome. Not bad. A little smoke on that startup, I'm actually pretty happy with. Probably like June or July of 2024, about 8 to 10 hours ago, I put on a new piston rings, and a connecting rod, and I tried to dingle ball hone out that cylinder walls as much as I could. It smoked really bad. That mower sat for years before my wife and I were able to use it. Her grandpa actually bought that new like in late 75 or early 76. So it's great to see that old Deere still around and still munching grass. Well, the old Deere started off the season just right, ran well, ate that grass. Maybe the next couple hours we'll go ahead and change the oil again, but hey, this is just the shenanigans that Schaefer does. See you next time. Out.